Okay, whenever you guys are ready.
Hi, this is Gerald Brinson. I'm here with Coach Jadon McCullough of the Plano Wildcats. And, Coach, coming off a week off,
Yes, sir.
I know that it's a long season. You played 3 excellent games, but a week off's always good to see you, isn't it?
It's good. It allowed the kids to be kids a little bit, and allowed everybody to have a little bit of downtime. We still had some really good practices last week, but it was more teaching. It was more mental than it was physical. And kids were able to, go on a 3-day weekend and maybe visit some colleges and things like that. So, and it was, we're getting at the end of the 6 weeks, so we allowed a lot of the kids to go to tutoring, stuff like that, because, it's important, that they keep their eligibility. But not only that, really, we're at school to get educated, and to me, that's what really we stressed to our kids is, get their education, and that leads to a lot of other good things that's going to come along.
Yeah, we wouldn't have football, basketball, and baseball if we didn't have math, science, and English,
That's
right?
exactly right.
That's always been the philosophy here, but like talk about the 6-week grade. That's the kind of things a lot of the fans that come out the game, they don't think about that very much. But that's one of the hardest things for a head coach to deal with, isn't it?
It's tough because number one, you don't want to lose anybody to grades. You don't want to, number one, you want them to pass because you want them to be successful. But as well as I do, all it takes is 1 or 2 of your better players to be off. Being eligible, and then it throws a wrench into everything.
It really does. Well, okay, Coach, coming off 3-0 non-district schedule, very, very successful. Mm-hmm. Pretty relatively injury-free going in. Take the week off, and you get the number 1 team in the state, the Allen Eagles, and let's talk about them, Tom Westerberg, the head coach, and his staff. You got to give Allen a lot of credit for the success that they've had.
I've had people ask me all week, "Are you jealous?" And I'm not jealous at all. I'm envious because that's what we've been there before, and that's what we wanted. That's where we want to get again. So. We look at them and we watch them and we study them because that's our goal is to be the best. And the day we quit doing that, to me, you won't be a part of Plano Senior High because our goal and our standard is to be the best. And it's going to be a challenge. They're well coached. They've got great personnel. They've got great facilities. They've got it going on. So, like I said, it's going to be a great challenge. We have a great game plan. We had a tremendous practice yesterday. Our kids are very upbeat. They're excited about it. They understand it's going to be a challenge, but they also understand they got a tremendous opportunity. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, talking about being at Clark Stadium, and growing up as a kid in Plano, you always dream about being in a game like this.
Yeah, Allen, and it's no secret. Probably the easiest team to figure out and scout, the hardest team to stop. Mm-hmm. They really are not real complicated, and that's what a lot of the great teams, that's how they run their operation. They don't get, too complex and everything. They just focus on executing, and they've got a very sound scheme, and they just focus on putting the right players in position and executing, don't they?
They're schematically sound. They've got great personnel. They execute at a very high level, and if you make a few mistakes, then you're going to have your foot on the gas pedal, and that's going to increase your mistakes. So, like I said, we've got to do some things. Number one, we've got to move the chains. We've got to do great in the kicking game. We've got to eliminate turnovers. We've got to eliminate penalties. And we've got to play, play fearless. We can't go out there scared or intimidated. But we got to go out there and we got to have confidence, and we've got to execute our game plan. And if we do that, then at the end of the game we'll have a chance. And make no mistake about it, we're playing to win. It's going to be a great challenge, but it's one that like I said, our kids are excited about. No disrespect to Allen in any way. Like I said, they've got a great program, but it would be a great win for our program and for our school district if somehow we could knock them off Friday night at Clark Stadium.
And then, of course, I think that we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the carnival atmosphere that we'll have out here Friday night. Last time we played Allen here, both teams undefeated, we had the skydivers, remember that?
Yeah.
And it was a great environment, fun for the fans, but it'll be a packed house. Everybody will be excited. How do you deal with that, Coach? I mean, it's just even though Plano games usually have the huge crowds, but this game will even be a step up from that.
Yeah, I mean, really, we don't even. I don't know. The way I handle it is really, I think the kids know that, and everybody understands that, and there's going to be a lot of distractions. And I think the best way we can handle it is just stay focused on the process and stay focused on each play. And it's the big thing everybody's been asking me is, Coach, are you nervous? You got to be nervous. How do you? And really, to me, if you're prepared and you're caught up in the process of being prepared, that really helps that anxiety and thing. And, I'd be lying. I'm human. I get nervous and anxious, and the night before the game, I stay up and think about it, and things run through my head. But the main thing that I think that we can do as a team and as a coaching staff is to be totally prepared. And if we do that, no matter what happens, we can look back on it and say that we did everything we could. We can talk about it all we want, but still, the kids have got to go out there and execute.
Okay, well, Coach, everybody's excited. We wish you the best, and then we got the Allen Eagles playing the Plano Wildcats 7:30 at Clark Stadium Friday night. And, Coach, wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Coach.